As I said when I covered The Body Snatcher, director Robert Wise was one of those directors that I don't think gets talked about enough nowadays, and I think he should. He was one of the more versatile directors of his time, going from genre to genre, and not only surviving, but thriving. But as Scarymania II enters the 1960s, it's time to explore The Haunting. This is a movie that was sandwiched in between Robert Wise winning an Oscar for West Side Story and The Sound of Music. Right in between that was a very screwed up haunted house movie. Never let it be said that the man did not have range. This movie is based on the mystery of The Haunting of Hill House, and it tells the story of a scientist who puts out an ad in a newspaper to conduct an experiment of people to see if ghosts are really in Hill House. Hill House has a bit of a legend about it, and it's not exactly a good one. So the people agree, but rather tenuously, and a lot of freaky stuff happens. This is another haunted house movie, but unlike the one I covered yesterday, House on Haunted Hill, which is entertaining trash, let's just be honest, The Haunting is the complete opposite of that. It is told 100% serious, with filmmaking techniques, clever writing, interesting characters, and a lot of really scary imagery. And to give you just a bit of context, this movie is rated G. Now, when you think of rated G today, you may think of Pixar or Disney or something like that. This movie, The Haunting, was rated G. Boy, the times have changed, haven't they? What really makes this movie work, on the whole, is the atmosphere. This movie locks you in to this very large house with very large rooms, and even though I was literally sitting right here watching this, I was consistently looking over my shoulder asking myself, is there something behind me? The best way I can describe this movie is claustrophobic, and for a movie that was released in the early 60s, if you have never seen it, let's just say it'll put some hair on your chest. I'll put it to you like this. I've seen way less scarier movies in 2021 than The Haunting. And The Haunting is just about, or if not, 50 years old. That really says something. The cast in the movie is really good as well. Russ Tamblyn from West Side Story returns, but the best part of the movie in the acting department is Julie Harris. Her character, we identify with her the most, and she is our eyes into this whole crazy house. What I will say about The Haunting is that it was way ahead of its time. If this movie were made today, it would be lauded as the best movie of the year, or one of the best. And in many ways, The Haunting has remained in popular culture. In 1999, the movie was remade, and while I have not seen it, I've heard that it is quite terrible, so I'm going to put it off as much as possible. However, in 2018, Mike Flanagan directed a miniseries, The Haunting of Hill House, for Netflix, which, despite my love of my boy Mike Flanagan, I still have yet to see, though I have heard amazing things, and I think that'll have to be a Scarymania soon. But to put the period at the end of the sentence, if you have not seen The Haunting, go see it. For Robert Wise, it's one of his best movies in a career that's pretty loaded with quality.